Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zheng Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa and homage to Master Dukten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of Homa today. The Golden Mother's Tiger Head Raja. Dancer Gatso Duten City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here over the internet. Good afternoon. How do you do? I would like to announce for next Sunday, June 12th at 3 p.m. It's Padma Kumara Homa Fire Offering Ceremony.
Hello， 对不起啊，师尊，我搞错了，是长寿佛护摩，下个星再下个星期才是。这个6月12号是长寿佛，对不起。
6月12号是长寿佛。
The master made a mistake. So I read it wrong. So it's actually longevity Buddha. So it's not my mistake, it's yours, right? So it's longevity Buddha. And because it's your mistake, so I said it wrong. So the longevity Buddha Homa Fire Offering Ceremony. Long life Buddha. Oh, so sometimes you print the wrong thing. So, long life Buddha. Many people don't need to register for primus applicants. Why? Because many people don't want to live a long life. One time I wrote longevity on a painting, and she's very angry. And she returned the painting. She didn't want to live a long life. Only those who don't want to live a long life will live a long life. And those who want to live a long life will not live a long life. So lifespan is not up to you. So in this Saha world, Once you clear your karma, then you can go back.
业障还没有清除，
But if your karma is not cleared yet, even if you want to go back, you cannot. Dream on, don't even think about
业
it.
障还没有清理就想走，没
And if
受
your karma is not eradicated yet and you want to leave,
人啊，
you wouldn't have it so nice, not so good. So, but you want your life, you want to be able to be in charge of your own life. So probably it's better if you want to become primary supplicant. It's better to be the primary supplicant.
那我们今天做这普陀金刚，
Today,
普陀金刚呢，
today we perform the Homa of Tiger Head Vajra.
就是瑶池金母的化身。
And the Tiger Head Vajra is a transformation body of Golden Mother. She has the same power as Golden Mother
瑶池金母的变化身。
because she's a transformation body of Golden Mother.
我们这个在五行来讲起来，东方属木，
In the formless realm, the east belongs to the wood element and the west to the metal or gold element, and the south is fire and north water, and the center belongs to the earth element. So 5
道
elements.
家有所谓的
So in Taoism, there is the
这个
the
水
wood
晶
father and golden mother,
广岛
and then the
地
the water god and the fire god and the elder earth.
瑶池金母呢，它在西方，
So golden mother is in the west.
瑶池金母，东
That's
方
why she's referred as the golden mother of the primordial
东华
jet
地母
pond.
在东，
And in the east is the
瑶池金母，
Donghua Dijun, which is the great emperor of the east.
所以西方属金呢，但是这个
So the west belongs to the gold or metal
东
element.
华地金是龙，
So in Taoism, we say that the Donghua Dijun, the emperor of the east, is a dragon, and Golden Mother is a tiger. So she,
普陀金刚，
her
这一尊的变
original form
它除一切煞，
is the tiger,
煞
the transformation
这个
body.
降头啊，
So she can subdue all sorts of negativities and spells and
就跟这个
black magics. It's tremendous,
一样，
unbeatable power.
在密教里面，
So has the same power as the 5 Herukas and Vidyarajas. In Tantrayana, the 5 Dhyani Buddhas transform into the 5 Herukas, and the 8 great Bodhisattvas transform into the 8 Vidyarajas or wisdom kings.
的愤怒相，
So they are the wrathful
金刚呢，
forms of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And the Tiger Head Vajra is the wrathful form of Golden Mother.
佛金刚，
So I don't refer to her as just the Tiger Head Vajra, but as Golden Mother's Tiger Head Vajra. That's how I address her. And she's helped me tremendously.
这个千烧法传的超度，
For the body deliverance of the 1,000 Dharma vessels,
由
she's in charge.
来做主，
The Golden Mother's Tiger Head Vajra in charge.
就是
And then Amitabha Buddha appeared. So these 2 deities are the most important ones for the body deliverance of the 1,000 Dharma
除一
vessels.
切煞，
So she can eradicate all sorts of negative energies, negativities, also eliminate all afflictions. And with her decree banner, everything, heaven and earth will listen. And she can all on the wind and the rain. So today is a wonderful day. The rain was very heavy. And the sun is shining. In a while, the sun will shine. Now it's brightened up. And just now, that was like all the bling blang, all the sound of the rain and wind. So that's a very auspicious sign. This is another Kung Fu novel, Sanhua Yan is maybe only Master Lian Chuan ever read it, and Grandmaster too. It's like a myth novel. So at the library in Taichung, there was a book on this myth, and my dad borrowed the book, and after he finished reading it, I also read it. Sanku, the three ancients myth. It was in that legend, it was written, the origin of the Tiger Head Vajra. That all the gods of all places will have to listen to the Tiger Head Vajra. So the primary supplicants today, if you want rain, you will get rain. If you want rain, you will get rain. And someone asked, so the primary supplicants are fortunate, and how about the non-primary supplicants? Are we also fortunate? Yes. A man is talking to the woman, and the man said, lady, you're as beautiful as a flower. And the woman said, so you're saying that I look nice? No. I'm just saying you look like a kind of flower. And the woman asked, what kind of flower are you talking about? And the man said, a sunflower. I'm looking like sunflower? What part? And the man said, with a big or large face and without waist.
如果你的生活处于黑暗中，请向
If your life is in darkness, pray to God and ask Him
黑暗中解放出来。
to free you from darkness.
如果你仍
And
然
after you pray, you're still in darkness,
忘了付电费
then you have not paid your electric bill.
被断电。好，我们进入主题。
Now
问我答。
we'll get on to the main subject, question and answer.
台湾刘
Question from Taiwan, Liu Ruixin.
顶礼根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛，
Homage to the lineage of Guru Living Buddha Lian Sheng.
弟子莲花瑞
Peace be with you.
有个疑问，
I have a question.
曾有过一个真实的体验，
Once I had a true
提
experience.
醒药师佛超度卡
One day,
在我身上的阿嬷，
I prayed to Medicine Buddha
祈请药师佛超度
to
卡
guard
在
to
我身上
deliver
的阿嬷。
my grandma who was attached to my
药
body.
师佛从虚空显现，
All of a sudden, the Medicine Buddha appeared from the sky
明珠
and became a drop of
从
light
顶窍顺着中脉沿
and
着
entered through my
前
apex,
位置
following
其过
my
程
spine
真实也非常有
to inside my body. It was very real and I could feel it clearly.
来气自如，心中不
Seeing how free and easy Medicine Buddha came and went, I felt very envious and got me thinking,
药师佛这
if
样，
I can be like Medicine Buddha to become a drop of light
然后从顶窍
and shoot
这个
out
想法，
of the body through
在
the
文
apex.
献中寻找多年，却毫无
Afterwards, I started searching the books to no success.
努力。
And I also tried very hard to push myself out of the
但过
apex.
程似乎不是弟子想象中的
But it wasn't like what I imagined it at all.
是。如果
So my question is,
或是眼神
if I push myself, like drops or soul,
有钉
out of my body, does it mean I will die?
出来不会钉钉，看
If after
上的名
I shoot out and I don't die, does it mean that the light drops inside my body becomes the illusory bodies? Or is there another practice especially for illusory body?
就是讲眼神
So,
用
two questions.
气
So for the soul,
挤出顶窍，
you use the qi inside your body to push your soul
的意思。
out from the apex or the
如果挤出气不会钉
opening
钉，
on top of your head.
那是不是
Will you die?
身上的名
And then if you don't die,
会成了幻
does it mean that the light drops inside the body become
练为
illusory bodies? Or is there another practice especially for illusory body?
好，我现在问你一个问题，
Now let me ask a question.
我的举手。
If you can raise your hand, please do.
看到有接受到，或者看到师尊的另外一个身，不是不是真实身，另外
If you have seen or have experienced Grandmaster's other body, not this physical body.
法身啊，
So
真的法身的
if you have seen or experienced Grandmaster's Dharma body, please raise your hands.
哦，莲池，另外站起来吧，
Please stand up.
那个是谁？举手。
Who is that?
看到师尊的这个法身的，
举手啊！
哪位？因为你蒙面。
Because you're wearing masks, I cannot tell.
Sally。OK。 Jennifer，
Oh, Jennifer.
没有？
Anybody else?
这个莲喜、
莲喜。
莲燕，这个哇，很多哎，
Many.
很多人哎。那个是出去，是可以看得到的。
So you can see them and you can sense them or feel them, experience them. They're very real.
确实是可以给人家看到。
They can truly be seen. It's not to be spoken about, like, oh, I have so many Dharma bodies flying all over, but nobody else have seen them. But you need to let people know.
有时候啊，这个法身可以教导一些
And the Dharma bodies can teach you things
可以对话，
and can have dialogues with you.
有的时候有可以看得见，
And sometimes you can see, sometimes you can feel.
这是真实，
It's real.
不是只有在西雅图，
And not only for those in Seattle,
就可以知道是真的法。
because Grandmaster lives in Seattle, so you can see and know or feel Grandmaster's Dharma bodies here. No. Even if you're in Russia or Norway,
或者在这个阿非利卡，
or Africa,
你都可以看得见的。你就是住在北极，
you can see. Even if you're in the North Pole, you would be able to sense it,
世界各国
to receive it.
能够感应到是
So there are disciples in many different countries that can feel Grandmaster's Dharma bodies in and outside the countries. Is Judy here today?
感应到。
Did you?
有啊，可以
Yes.
看得见吗？
Could you see?
看见都有，看见都可以看得到，都是看得到。所以这个很多看得见的，慧文
Can see. How about Hui Wen?
你感觉得到，
She could feel it.
这都有的。
So it does exist.
男的呢？
How about the man?
啊？有相片为证，他说世尊在做父母的时候，
There are photos when Grandmaster is performing Homa.
OK， 就莲子上师啊，在马来西亚做父母的时候，
When Master Lian Zi was performing Homa in Malaysia,
在上
and in the photos there was Grandmaster in there.
都去
So the Dharma bodies are everywhere. In Indonesia too, Singapore,
很多地方都有，
many places.
都显现过，都出现过。
The earth
昨天
appeared.
晚上我讲了，将来我死了什么都没有，
Last night I said once I
还
die
在啊。
that I'll be of no use, but the Dharma bodies will stay and you would still be able to experience them. And they are still photos.
还有人看那个像那个高明路，
And like Gao Minglu, who's in Taiwan now,
看到世尊的法身，
he could see Grandmaster's Dharma body as tall as two-level buildings, 2-floor, without wearing these high heels. And he could see very clearly, including the monk's back. So it's not just Cao Minglu, and he saw it for a few minutes, not just a flash, not just a split of a second, but he had the vision for a few minutes. So in the future, after I die and return to zero, I can still be seen. So if you push out your soul or consciousness from the apex, then you can become many bodies. That's emanations or transformations outside the body. Also, the disciple from Calgary could see too. So, if you push your soul out, you will not die. So, otherwise, how would there be the transformation bodies outside the body? But Grandmaster has not died. So, will you die? No, you'll still be alive.
因为按照讲，如果一般的人出神，会有一条银线跟着。
Because for most ordinary people, there would be like a thin silvery thread that would hang on to it, so it would be pulled back in. But Grandmaster has many emanation bodies outside the body. So it's like a beehives that when you knock on it, the bees, so many bees would fly out in the sky, and then you have to run away as soon as you can because the bees are after you. So even if your soul leaves your body, you will not die, except when you die. And when your soul leaves your body, then you will die at the moment of death. So if I don't die after pushing myself out of my body, does it mean that light drops have become illusory bodies, or is there another practice? Illusory body is for illusory body. And the illusory body comes from the light drops and inner fire and the qi inside your body. So the combined qi, light drops, and channels. So in Tantrayana it's called the life qi or life vital energy. If you want to be in charge of your own life and death, when you want to die, you can push your own life qi out of your body, and you don't want to come back, so then you will die. And the so-called illusory body is your qi merging with your inner fire and light drops. A body made of qi, inner fire, and light drops. So the qi, channel, and light drops would produce illusory body. So not like what you said. The illusory body requires qi, channels, and light drops.
交女朋友有什么好处？
What is the benefit of having a girlfriend? The best answer
成长，
is to speed your growth,
耐性，
to train your speech, to challenge your patience and temper, to challenge your temper, to exceed your limit, and to ignite your passion and to spend your money.
当年我20岁，
I was 20 then, and she was 22. I made a confession to her, and she rejected me. This year, I'm 50, and she's also 50, and she confessed to me, and I rejected her.
一点都没有变，
She has not changed at all.
很有钱，
She still
一样没有。
she still likes a rich man, and I also haven't changed. I still like the 20-year-old one.
好，我们今天讲维摩诘经。
Okay, today we will continue to talk on the Vimalakirti Sutra.
大智，
Last night we talked about the great wisdom.
大智啊，
So what is great wisdom?
就是一切智，
It's the wisdom of emptiness,
种智
一切智,
跟一切种智，
and 道种智, the wisdom of existence
就叫大智。
is falsehood, and then the third wisdom is 一切种智, which is the wisdom of the balance of the two. And we can also say that the great wisdom is the wisdom of a true emptiness and the wisdom of indiscrimination. And then add the two together and balance them, that would be the great wisdom.
那么我们十法界，你看十法界，
So in the 10 Dharma realms, what are the 10 Dharma realms? Buddha, the realms of the Buddha, Bodhisattva, Prataka Buddha, Shravakas,
天
the heavenly, human,
修罗
Asura, hells, hungry ghosts, or Prata, and animals.
十法界，
So the 10 Dharma realms are established on top of emptiness.
这个三讲真空智，很容易。
So if you only
为什么？
focus on the wisdom of true emptiness, then it's easy to fall into nihilism. Then you can
你说在地上，
neglect the cause and effect or karma.
只要没有因果，
Like on the moon, is there karma? So you think there is no karma. Wrong.
仍然有因果。
There is still karma, cause and effect.
什么是因果？
What is cause and effect?
你只要有一个维系的我，
Even if you have a very slight self, then there would be cause and
虽然你这
effect.
个我啊，人要达到无我很困难。
Although it's extremely difficult to reach no self,
就让他
and you have practiced
有一个维系的我在啊。既然有一个维系的我，
till you have, but you still have the very slight self, then because of that, you still have cause and effect.
所以我们讲清净，
So when we talk about purity,
自性清净，
the purity of the self-nature, or the purify all self-natures. So when we talk about this purity, how can one be completely pure?
一点啊，有一点
There will still be a very slight impurities.
历历如目，就在眼前。
So as long as you still have
十
it,
法界
then the karma will be right there, right in front of you, in all 10 realms.
第二鬼出生，如
So the heaven, the 6 sleeper realms.
四圣界，四圣
And
界，
if you abandon the 6th sleeper realm, you reach the 4 sixthly realms.
所以我
Even there, the karma and cause and effects are still there.
空啊，
So it's inconceivable karma is. So you cannot say it's emptiness. No more karma. There is still self. Even when you have the view of emptiness, your actions and conduct are not empty. And even if you have emptied everything, there's still that very slight self. And as long as there's that slight self, then there would be karma. So therefore, we say that we cannot neglect karma, cause and effect, because karma is inconceivable. So the wisdom of true emptiness would mislead people to make a mistake. So, and then the wisdom of discrimination or discerning. So the wisdom of true emptiness is what we talked about last night, that everything is false, nothing is true. That's why we said in the Heart Sutra that form is emptiness and emptiness is form. And form is none other than emptiness and emptiness is none other than form. That's stated in the Heart Sutra. It's the same as in the Vajra Sutra. What is real? The reality, the real thing is emptiness, and emptiness is the real thing. Form is none other than emptiness. So existence is emptiness and emptiness is existence. But the existence is falsehood and it will become empty too. That's why we say that form is emptiness. So what you see is also empty. What you come across is also empty. But it does exist. But it's not real. That's why there are the three views: emptiness, falsehood, and the middle. Because when you execute both the wisdom of emptiness and the wisdom of existence, there would be the wisdom of Tathagata. So the wisdom of true emptiness is the wisdom of the arhats, and the wisdom of existence is the of falsehood is the wisdom of the bodhisattvas. So what is the fundamental conduct? It's very simple. To attain arhatships, you need to practice according to the Four Noble Truths. So arhats or savakas practice those. And bodhisattvas, how do they practice? Through the 6 paramitas, as we all know. Giving, precepts, endurance, diligence, meditation, and wisdom. So by relying on these 6 paramitas, by perfecting them, that's the fundamental conduct of bodhisattvas. And the fundamental conduct of the Pratika Buddhas, this is in the 4 sage librams, is the 12 link conditions. Causes and conditions is how to transcend the rebirth realm. And for the Buddhas is the 37 factors of enlightening factors. And if you practice them, eventually you would attain Buddhahood. So the fundamental conduct of the Buddhas are the 37 enlightening factors. In order to attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi,
得到这个正觉。
which is the right realization, you need to follow the Dharma, the fundamental conduct to practice.
八正道。
And the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Noble Path, the Six Perfections, and the 12 link causes and conditions, and 37 factors of enlightenment. This is called the fundamental conduct. So, according to Vimalakirti Sutra, accomplish in great wisdom and fundamental conduct. You already gain the three kinds of wisdom, and you have practiced all the fundamental conduct until fruition. Like there are 32,000 bodhisattvas, and what do they practice? What is the fundamental practice of bodhisattvas? It's the 6 paramitas. If you don't, say if you only practice giving, then you can go to the heavenly realms. Talking about giving is not just giving wealth, giving dharma, giving fearlessness. The so-called giving represents all the good deeds. All good deeds are giving. Whatever good deeds that you have done, they have merits. And with merits, you can rise to heavens or heavenly realms. You go to heavens. And the heavens are divided into the realm of desire for those who have not forsaken desire. And for those who have not forsaken form, they would go to the realm of form. And if they have forsake everything, that would be the realm of formlessness. So form, here the form does not refer to sex between man and woman, but anything tangible is called form. This is the realm of, the heavenly realm of form. So do you understand now? So talking about giving or generosity is to do all good deeds. If you don't do good deeds, and you still have karma, you cannot go to heavens. Then you would stay in the human realm. And the human realm is considered the 3 good realms. More goodness than badness. More good than bad. But if you do more bad things than good things, like you like to fight or argue, then you would go to the Asura realm. And if you're dumb and foolish, that you're not clear-minded, you cannot accept Buddha Dharma, and you have done a lot of dumb things, then you would fall into the animal realms. And if you have a very strong greed, and aggression, anger, then you would fall into hell and Holy Ghost realms. Depending on what you have done. Fu Si once said, what did he say? You reap what you sow. Simply paraphrasing, you reap what you sow. That's what Fu Si said. That is cause and effect, karma. So we often say, so if you plant beans, you will get beans.
再来，种花得瓜。
And if you plant
你种
melons, you will get melons. It would be strange if you plant beans and you get melons. Or if you plant melons, you will not get beans.
就得，这就是
So whatever you plant, you would get.
虽然
Very simple karma.
不可思议，
Although karma is, the concept of karma is simple, but karma is inconceivable.
维系的事情，
Because human beings do a lot of subtle things
我们脑海里面想
inside our brain. There are many subtleties and fine and myriad things. It's impossible to deduce
看那个电视
logically.
节目是这样子，
Recently, on the television, I watched a program
人死
like
来
this. When a person dies and the heart has
花
stopped,
结账，原来
they discover that the brain is still
电
active,
视上有讲，然后现在有一专门在研究这个脑的，
that they have
他说
some special research
他们讲，
on the brain.
我们人死后，他会出现很多的幻境，
We say that when a person dies, that
像放电影一样，一刹那之间
everything that you've done all your life would be like a movie played for you, what you have done.
现出来。
They all would appear
古代的传说是这样
in a split of a second. That's like the myth that were told from the ancient times.
那个什么灭镜台吧，
Like you die
显示哦，
and you go to like an altar of mirror and you would see all that you have done. So you would see all the causes and the
无意的全部。
effects,
他说这个不是没有跟
all of them.
现在的科学发掘，
And this is not baseless, and the science discovered that after the heart stops,
你过
the brain still emits
全部都让
waves, brain waves of all the things that you have
看
done.
出你的过去做了些什么。
And you use the eyes of your mind to watch
科
them.
学进步到
And such thing does happen.
脑波的放射里面，把你这一生所
That it's
全部编织出来。
it's so progressive that they can check the brain waves
心脏已经停，
to see
脑还没有停，还在放射东西。
that the brain has not stopped even when the heart has stopped, and to emit all the brain waves for you to notice,
那么
to see.
维摩诘经所说的
So what's stated in the Vimalakirti Sutra,
本行本行，
fundamental conduct,
阿罗汉是因为四谛法去修的。
for arhats through the practice of the Four Noble Truths,
连结
sufferings, accumulating sufferings, extinction of suffering, and extinction. And Pratika Buddha is based on the 12 link of conditions, and Bodhisattva is based on the 6 perfections,
持戒
giving, precepts,
入
endurance, diligence,
禅定
meditation,
跟智慧
and wisdom.
这6个去修的。
They practice this 6, and for each one of them,
六度万行，每
so
有万行，
6 perfections, but tens of thousands of conducts and behavior.
你能够严守
Just for precepts, if you can strictly keep the precepts, then you would
你
be
能够
pure. And if you can be generous and give fearlessly or unconditionally
善事，
to do all good deeds,
再来
and
能够忍辱，
you can endure,
不乱发脾气，你还
you will not lose your temper. If you still lose tempers,
突然之间
very angry,
讲话的，那是
and just
你的智商等于你
and just speak carelessly,
发脾气的，
that's the same as your IQ is 0.
没有修忍辱，
If you go into rage rage, you fly into rage, that's no endurance. But if you can practice endurance, then you can maintain stability and will not lose any temper. Then you would still have an IQ. Otherwise, if you fly into rage that the IQ is 0, then you can do anything, and then everything is wrong. So you cannot just fly into rage or lose your temper. For spiritual cultivators especially, that they train so their mind is very pure, very calm. There's no afflictions, no need to be upset or displeased, because everybody can tell. That would be an embarrassment. Then you would be shameless. What is there to lose temper about? Everybody's adult. Everybody's an adult. People just laugh at you. Just laugh at you. Shameless. Why you lose your temper just like that? Just say Amitabha. Endure it. Like a fight between husband and wife or murder, it's just because of this anger. Because at such times your IQ is 0 and you can do anything, and after you do it, you regret it. So you should never lose your temper. As you like. You need to endure. You have to continue to endure until there's nothing to endure, because you have the wisdom of the true emptiness. What is there to endure? Everything is false. Everything is empty. You discover that all your afflictions about name, position, money, wealth, looks, and form, all empty. Wealth, looks, name, all empty. I saw Diane. Is Diane here? Yeah, she's right there. I asked Diane. I said, so strange. How come your daughter is so beautiful? She has a daughter who asks for blessings frequently, and the photo is extremely beautiful. But looking at her mom, oh no, please stand up so everybody can see you. Mr. Lian Chuan is good friend with Diane. But your daughter, how come she's so beautiful? And she replied directly, 40 years ago, I was also very confident. 40 years ago, I was also very confident, so that showed that she was beautiful 40 years ago too. She guaranteed that when she walked out, that all the men would whistle at her and they are not the police. So you cannot maintain, or you cannot retain your beauty. Even beauty is empty. Looks empty. If there's an old woman in her 90s, how can she be like a 20-year-old lady? Impossible. Impossible. Like for men, like Grandmaster, when he was young, okay, like not talking about height,
我也很那个。
Other than height, I was also
身上带着一张照片，
I can prove it with the photo
留不住
that I'm carrying.
那个是留不住的东西啊。
But such thing cannot be retained.
对，
So looks are false.
皱纹啊，皮肤啊，
Wrinkles and the skin and the colors, they all have
眼
changed.
线啊，以前眼睛
The eyes,
眼
the eyes
对啊，
were huge before. Now the eyelids drooping, and even the earlobes are
会
drooping.
变的，
They all can change. They all have changed.
所以车子也会坏，
So the cars will
人
break.
也会坏，
The houses too will be destroyed, and the human beings and the real estate properties too.
震到别人的地方去。
Like with an earthquake, your land would move to somebody else's
哇，这是我的土地，
land.
怎么一个地震来得久
So real estate property in Chinese is immovable property.
的地方去了？
With the earthquake 921,
99间山啊，
my land moved to somebody else's place.
99峰，
The 99 peaks in at the Nantou
人家
County.
的土地，
There was this case that
他自己的土地跑到别人家的土地去了，那怎么办？
his land moved to somebody else's land.
这样从
So they had to do another survey
土地不见
to decide where the land,
地，
your land disappeared.
所以那是真空智。用
So that's the wisdom of the true emptiness. And you use this wisdom to eliminate your own endurance. And you're always mindful of this. It's just a phenomena of a moment. There's no need to be angry about.
你要你看
It's nothing.
这个
What do you want name for? The name will also be gone.
你要力干着，力也会没有。
Even the benefits, what do you want them for? They will disappear too. Like the billionaires, Bill Gates,
还有这个
Musk,
很多的有钱的大富豪。
and many other rich men.
我们台湾人讲过一句话：富过三代。富过三代。
The pioneers would say that wealth cannot last more than 3 generations.
台湾的富豪就王永庆啊，王永庆最有，
The rich man of Taiwan is Wang Yongqing,
现在被人家挤下来了，
and now
对不对？虽然
he's superseded by someone else.
遗音啊，
Although his descendants are still affluent,
第一大富豪，
but they're not the wealthiest anymore.
所以有钱也不是永远都会有钱。
So wealth is also not forever.
他
It'll be gone too. My grandpa, Lu Chang, opened like a vendor, I guess, for oil and dyes, and were very rich.
我父亲就没有，
Had 6 factories or something,
更没有，
and then but it's gone by the time
还是会变，
of my father and me.
也会变。
So it's changing back and forth. So money can be gone too. So thinking about this, we can talk about giving
尽量去财施、法施，
to give wealth, dharma, and fearlessness
你这个
as much as you can.
业，因为
And you have to abide by the precepts because only by keeping the precepts you can be pure,
忍辱
and you have to endure.
坏的事情，
Otherwise, you can destroy things. Because if you don't endure, your IQ becomes 0.
要忍辱，
These are the fundamental conducts of
来
bodhisattvas.
走路修行，
And you will have to be
就一
diligent.
定要接
Since you have walked the spiritual cultivation path, you have to be diligent because there's not much time left.
你如果精进，
very fast you would be old. Otherwise, you're just wasting your life.
下一次再来，
And then what? Then you'll do it again next life, and you will be reincarnated in the transmigration because you cannot escape it.
没有不精进能够成就的。
There is no such thing as having attainment without diligence.
我的头给你砍下来做椅子坐。
If you can have attainment without diligence, I would cut my head for your chair. In the past, my sister always say this. I cut my head for your chair.
常讲这句话，
My younger sister
给我们做椅子。
often said that to cut off her head
我今天也讲这个，
as a seat for us, to make a
不精
seat
进
for
能
us.
够成就，
And I'm saying this too.
这样
If you can have attainment without diligence, that's a lie. You have to be diligent in order to have attainments. If you're indolent, you're lazy,
习性
if it's only one day, maybe it's okay.
拖了1年，
But if it becomes a habit, then it would be a month and a year before you know it.
时间全部玩光，
And you just play
下辈子
and
你要打
waste away your life, your time.
轮回了。
Where will you go next life? There is reincarnation. There is rebirth cycle. And there is karma, cause and effect.
这个禅定呢，《维摩诘经》讲的，
And then next meditation,
它欠舍利弗，
the Vimalakirti Sutra mentioned it very clearly.
不动，在树林里面坐着，
He advised Sariputra, every day you sit inside the caves under the trees and never move. Wrong. What is meditation?
专一。
Is that if you're single-minded in whatever you do, that is meditation.
那个才是真正的禅定，
That would be the true meditation.
不要搞错了。也
Don't mistake
坐
it.
在椅子上，
You think that by sitting there on the chair, you don't meet anybody, you shut off your doors, then you're meditating? No, wrong. The Vimalakirti Sutra,
舍利弗讲，
Vimalakirti told Sariputra,
益众生吗？
is that benefiting sentient
在
beings?
初坐，
Are you benefiting sentient beings? You're just sitting
你还
there.
有定，还有出定，
If you still have enter samadhi and exit samadhi, let me tell you what true meditation is.
禅定
Is when you meditate in whatever you do, that would be a true meditation.
我都是在禅定，
Doesn't matter how you live, you're still in meditation. You are in meditation, and you're never apart from meditation for even a second.
维摩诘
So Sariputra was repentful.
做任何事情都是禅定，
Vimalakirti said that whatever you do is meditation.
坐在椅子上，
It's not that you sit there,
花坐，
you close off your surrounding,
开始
or in lotus position. Of course, that's the start to train yourself, but eventually,
都在
ultimately, that you're in meditation in whatever you
有
do.
的智慧，
And you also need to understand with the wisdom.
智慧来化
Like I said, you use the wisdom to transform everything.
化
The wisdom of true emptiness is to transform everything.
乌克兰跟拉甲，
I'm watching the war between Ukraine and Russia.
根本是 game，
It's basically just a game.
根本就是在我游戏。
It's just a game, playing a game.
我们不觉得那是
We don't find it to be anything.
那不过
The Master doesn't.
地球上的红蚂蚁跟黑蚂蚁，
It's just a battle between the red ants and the black ants
就是这样子而
who don't like each other and just biting each other. That's it.
蚂蚁跟黑蚂蚁
Not so big deal. Red ants and black ants biting each other. That's what a war is.
死了很多人，
Many people died,
将来都有因果。
but all those will result in a karma.
所以一个菩萨，
So a bodhisattva, a Buddha, a Prateka Buddha, and a Savaka,
他都有本行。
or the hearer or heart
这个所以这
have
边
their
的
own fundamental
大菩萨，
conduct.
他们大智
So the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas have attainments in the great wisdom and fundamental conduct. They understand, they comprehend the concepts. And today I'm telling you the concepts.
你们这里面受了菩萨戒的举手。
Please raise your hand if you have vowed the bodhisattva vows.
大部分出家人都受了菩萨戒，所有出家人
All the ordained monks and nuns would have
受了菩萨。
vowed the bodhisattva vows, and many others too.
做菩萨戒的，你将以6度的方法去修行。
So if you have generated bodhisattva vows, then you have to cultivate spiritually according to the 6 paramitas. So according to what I have said, if you don't comply, you should pay attention to yourselves. Whether you're a master, a monk, a nun, a Dharma educator, or a laity, you have to cultivate spiritually according to your fundamental
这个就
requirement or conduct.
就大
And
智
this way, then you would have attainment. So they have attained, they have accomplished great wisdom and their fundamental
闺蜜讲，
conduct.
找男人不要找对你有多好的，而是要看这个男人会为你改变。
Telling the best friend, like if you're looking for a man, you need to know what he can change for you. Like the boyfriend that I have, he's changed 3 phone numbers for me.
这个笑话好像我讲过了啊。
I think I've told this joke
突然
before.
间下了大雨，刚刚下了大雨。
So all of a sudden it rained hard, and then there was sun, and then now it's
经
cloudy.
验的病人看到下雨，都拿
So the mental patients,
着冲下去洗澡。
mental disease patients saw the rains, and everybody was carrying the
见的
towels and soaps, going in the rain for showers, and except one just standing there watching. And the doctor thought, oh, this person is hopeful. How come you don't go and take a shower? And he said, they're all crazy. I'm just waiting for the warm water. This one is worse, actually.
好，今天讲到这里，谢谢。
That's all for today on Money Payment. Thank you.
非常。